I think Annie Idibia is making a big mistake. And here is the reason why. All over social media, we hear about Annie and her new glow up. She has been in rehab, they say, trying to get better. And now she comes out dressed up, new clothes, walking in cars and clubbing. And the conclusion of some is that she's better now. I don't think so. Let's go all the way back. Let's just do a rewind. This is a girl who was groomed at 15 by, I think they say he's about 10 years, Two-Face Idibia about 10 years older than her. I don't know, but there's a major, significant age gap. And while being with him, he had children. I think he already had 2 or 4 kids, and then she marries him much later. And it's been a tumultuous relationship. One argument after another, burst outs, and then it's alleged that she has substance abuse. I have to say alleged, regardless of however true it is. And then now she goes into rehab to get better, to get off the substances. Well, it's been about 3 months. If you know anything about rehab and substance abuse, one of the cardinal rules is they tell you to stay away from people, places, and things. Clubbing is the worst place anybody goes to if you have any substance abuse. That is the last place you go because that is a haven of all kinds of illicit substances as well as triggers. And now she's putting herself more in the public eye for people to run back and tell her things that will trigger her, that will get her upset. There has been a lot of psychological damage that Annie Idibia has gone through. You can clearly see it from the type of man she chose and what she chose to stay with after all this time. That says a broken person. That says there's some emptiness there. And that says somebody who needs to do a lot of work, not just on recovering from substance abuse, but doing some internal work as to understand why she made those lousy choices. Was it low self-esteem? Is it something that happened in her family? Things to correct that. And when that is corrected, she can be better. But coming out here to do a competition, I got this, you got that, look at me, it's all childish, superficial rubbish. And what I'm concerned about is this may trigger Annie. I don't have anything against Annie. I like Annie. When I first saw her in acting, she was, to me, I love her looks, very refined, beautiful, rich skin. She looks good in her short haircut. This is not me trying to knock Annie. I like Annie. But Annie, this is not the way to go, not to have long-term happiness. Putting on facades only lasts for so long. And here is the thing. If truly and truly you are away from the substance, that's most of the time once you pick up. There are some philosophies that say that once an addict, always an addict. What that means is it's not that you can't get better, but the tendency is still there. And because the tendency is still there, you have to do a lot of work. In fact, most people who go through this have to constantly work at this throughout their life. And so that means you got to be very careful, especially in the beginning stages. You have to, the first 1 year, you don't take any major decisions. You just work on you because you're in a very fragile state. So, Annie, you got to have fun. You got to enjoy yourself. I get it, but not with this crowd and not with this bunch and not the way you're doing it. I think social media is very toxic. Social media is full of a lot of people who want to see you down, who want to see you hurt, who will love to throw in the new woman in your face. I believe you should take a break from that and focus on more substantive things. Maybe a different career. Maybe something less in the limelight. Maybe writing your own film and TV shows. Definitely focusing on your family. But you know what? You can do what you want to do. You don't have to listen to me. It's just an opinion. Take care.